How can I be of assistance? Fresh water, new tools, unused torches? As long as the gold is right, I can get you anything you want, stranger.
Show me what you've got.
Certainly. Just tell me what you need.
Show me your goods.
My price.
You should go, otherwise we'll both get... Well, we have a big problem.
Ah, a new man. You've come in the nick of time.
What are you doing here?
I'm watching the slaves. But with these crappy conditions, it's no fun, let me tell you. There's always something new. Supply problems, slaves run away, and I don't know what. Damn it all. I just want some peace.
Do you need help?
These emaciated figures all look the same to me. I can't make heads or tails of it anymore. You should take a closer look at the boys and tell me who needs to be exchanged.
Exchanged? What do you mean?
We can't have the poor dogs digging in the temple all the time. They need a break, too. So we exchange the slaves with the farms once a week. The work out there is a bit easier. The boys recover really well.
I'll find you a slave.
Fine, but don't take too long.
I'm gonna take a break.
You'd better go now. You should go, otherwise we'll both get in trouble.
I'm gonna take a break.
You should go now.
We'll both get in trouble.
Got it.
Something else to do.
You should have known better.
It doesn't matter to you.
I could have told you that.
Don't bother me. Don't cause any trouble here. Got it?
Have you come to mock me too?
What's eating you?
Seems like you haven't heard about my encounter. I come from the desert. I was traveling through the land with my caravan. Those cursed rebel dogs ambushed me. Out outside the city and took everything.
What did you have?
Valuables, rarities, luxuries, artifacts and jewelry. What misery. If at least I had my old gold casket. It is of inestimable personal value to me.
Here is your old gold casket. It was still lying in the road to the west with your other stuff.
You son of a dog! That is fantastic. I will richly reward you for this, my pale friend.
Tell me more about your artifacts.
I know what the orcs are seeking. Why they are digging throughout the land, hoping to find it. The divine artifacts of the Ancient Ones, my pale friend. And I swear to you, I held one of them in my hands. But now it is gone and out of my reach. Forever.
What do you know about the divine artifacts?
You mean, other than the fact that the orcs are looking for them like mad? They are of inestimable value on the open market. That alone is enough.
How did you get a divine artifact?
Let me put it this way, my pale friend. While others perish in the sands of the desert in the sweat of their brow, I used my head. Or plainly, I was simply faster than the others.
Who has the divine artifact now?
Are you listening to me at all? The rebels ambushed me. If anyone knows, it is those cursed royalists.
Show me your goods.
You look thirsty, stranger.
Is there anything here besides booze?
Depends on what you need. Every piece of information costs 5 gold coins, although we could just trade. What'll it be?
Tell me something about this city.
Montera is a trading city, and how could it be otherwise occupied by the orcs? But the orcs mostly stay inside the castle. The orcs' mercenaries rule the outer districts of Montera. This is the merchant quarter of the city, but don't expect too much. Since the orcs started digging up the whole city, very few merchants have found their way to Montera.
How do you get along with the mercenaries?
Well, so-so. Marek is the leader of the troop. If the boys cause any trouble, Marek gives them a rap on the knuckles.
Where do I find this Merrick?
His hut is diagonally across from the bar, but he's also often found at the inner castle gate.
Who leads the orcs in this city?
His name is Varric. So far, I haven't laid eyes on him myself. Up to now, he hasn't come out of the inner castle yard.
Is there any work to be had here?
A fighter like you should join the mercenaries. That's probably best for you, and makes you a lot of gold. The real fat cats in the city, of course, are the orcs. But for that, you have to be tolerated inside the castle by the orcs.
Tell me more about the excavations.
Wherever there are ruins of the Ancient Ones left, the orcs dig up everything they can find. Who knows what they're looking for? I've heard that meanwhile there are excavations like this in almost every city.
Give me something to drink.
No problem.
Show me your goods.
Don't hit me, please.
What are you doing here?
I
thought I'd take a break here in this hut. No one's using it now anyways, but I think I'd better get back to work.
If you want to buy weapons or learn smithing from me, you'll have to pay for it, Mora.
Teach me something about being a smith.
You'll have to move along. Beat it.
Everything all right?
Working for that fat orc Thorak is really tough going.
Put it with the others.
Are you the warehouse keeper?
Stupid question. You can see that. It's no bed of roses, let me tell you. When everything is running smoothly, nobody's interested in what I do all day. But if anything is missing, they all panic right away.
It doesn't matter to
Do you need anything?
I need 15 sacks of wheat from the grain farm to the north, and I need them fast. What do you think will happen here if the others don't get any more bread?
What else are you missing?
You won't believe it, but I still need 5 milk barrels from the stockyard in the west.
Really?
Well, like I said, the job is no bed of roses.
Any other belly aches?
I think that is all I need in the way of goods for now.
Well, that's a comfort. Why don't you go and get the crap yourself?
You have to help us out a bit.
Who says I want to?
You'll do the right thing. I'm sure of it.
Do you also sell your wares?
Sure. You only need to ask.
Show me your goods.
It doesn't matter to you.
Greetings, stranger. Why have you come to me?
Who are you?
My name is Sobata. I have the honorable task of providing for the continued presence of slaves in this city.
Do you need help?
Help is always necessary for someone like me in this city. As a rule, all the good fighters here are just lapdogs of that Marek. No one has the courage to work on his own initiative. What about you, stranger?
What do you need?
Despite my razor-sharp attention, 2 of my slaves have escaped. I would like to get them back. I assume that they would pose no problem for a strong fighter like you.
You need a man with fighting strength to bring back a broken-down slave?
Well, the case is somewhat more complex. Marek just grabbed a slave right out from under my nose and gave him to one of his people.
I knew there was a catch.
The fellow who owns my slave now is called Dan. He is a gladiator in the arena.
I see. Tell me more about your lost slaves.
One of my slaves now works for the orc smith Thoric. Marek assigned him to the fat orc for cleaning services. He's my property, and I want him back. Hey, hands off!
Are you lost?
I suppose the orc guards by the castle gate don't stand around there for no reason.
Certainly not. Don't even think of simply stumbling into the castle yard. The orcs will attack anyone they don't know in the inner ward of the castle.
What does that mean?
It means that you have to render outstanding services to the city before they accept you. Only then can you move freely among them and talk to their leader.
This sounds familiar. Who are you?
My name is Merrick. I'm the leader and trainer of the mercenaries in Montera. If you cause any trouble here, I will be held responsible, and that would be very bad for you. Get it?
Have you got anything for me to do?
There's always work for a mercenary here in Montera, but I have a very special task for you. They barely know your face in town. That's a huge advantage for you.
How come?
I can use you against my own people, and they won't make the connection.
You distrust your own people?
Why would that surprise you? Take a look around. Every one of these nitwits thinks of nothing but his own profit. If we cooperated with the orcs a bit more, we'd all be doing better in Montera.
I see. You want me to work as your spy.
Oh, come on. Do you feel like you're too good for a job like that? I don't think you've got a choice, really.
Fine. I'll work for you.
Wise decision. Then let's not waste any time.
Fine. What exactly should I do as your spy?
Lately, there's been an increasing number of strange incidents in Montera and on the farms. Goods are stolen, slaves disappear, farms are raided, and so on. All of this stinks to high heaven of rebels and treason. I want you to find out who among my people is reliable and who isn't. You'll be well rewarded with gold and notoriety, and I will teach you how to fight. I'll be in my hut by the western entrance to the city.
What about the hut next to your house?
That old shack, you mean? You can have it if you like. No one's been living there for ages.
How should I test the loyalty of your people?
No idea. Talk to them, work for them, befriend them. How you do it
is not your problem. Got it. I'll see what I can do. Do you know anything about Zardis?
Yes, he managed to stop the war. The way he stopped the rune magic was a good idea. He's a brilliant man. I'm glad he's not my enemy.
You seem to like Zardis.
That's saying a bit much, really. I know next to nothing about the Dark Mage, but I like the idea of finally ending this eternal battle between orcs and humans. Zardis seems to play the key role in this. He's got big plans for the orcs.
I don't find that very reassuring.
Whatever. Despite everything they say about him, even Zardis is only human after all.
Where can I find Zardis?
I don't know where the mage has made his home. They say only the orc shamans know his true location. As far as I know, some of the most important shamans of the orcs are in Geldern and Silden, but I don't know all that for sure. I'm only a human.
A rather unfriendly mercenary named Dominic told me to report to you.
Ah, yes. He told you that? Oh, well, you're here now.
About the mercenaries.
That lazy bum still owes me the revenue from his farm. Tell him to give you the gold or I'll have his head, okay?
Would you teach me how to fight?
You didn't mean to just walk past me, did you?
What is in the castle?
This is the residence of Varric the Great. Rarely is a Mora tolerated in the inner circle of this castle.
I see.
No, we do not know if we can trust you.
Stop! Some valuable things have gone missing here. Do you know anything about that?
No.
We're watching you.
Don't cause any more trouble here.
Hey, Pipsqueak. Before you get to fight in my arena, you must pay me your entry fee. 500 gold coins, or get out of here.
I've got no gold.
Who is supposed to believe that? Trying to play me for a sucker, are you?
I'm going to pay later.
Don't want to, huh? Get lost then, you quitter.
Stop! More and more of our people's valuables are disappearing. I bet you were responsible for that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't believe a word of it. Dirty thief! I'm gonna let you have it! Stop right there.
You have to watch what you say.
There isn't much that I'm supposed to.
You should go now.
Stop making such a commotion, or the orcs will spot us.
What is your mission?
I'm looking for a way to get rid of the slave camp guards so that we can help the slaves. But unfortunately, the orcs will raise the alarm as soon as they notice anything suspicious. We don't stand a chance fighting them in the open. There are just too many of them.
You rebels are dangerously close to the city.
We would take the whole place by storm if we could, but unfortunately the orcs outnumber us. We probably wouldn't even make it to the temple complex. We already had one of our men infiltrate the orc mercenaries, but somehow he hasn't achieved much so far.
Too many orcs in the slave camp? We can change that.
And just how, Mr. Know-It-All? If those slave camp guards come running all at once, we're done for. One would have to pick them off one by one.
Who is your spy among the mercenaries?
If I tell you that, I might as well give myself up to the orcs right now. First, I would need some proof that I can trust you.
What's the problem with your spy among the mercenaries?
We've done a lot of damage to the city lately. The orcs haven't noticed, but the mercenaries have become more cautious. Therefore, I assume that our spy is lying low so he won't blow his cover.
I will think of something to lure the slave camp guards away.
Those orcs are better at using axes than their brains. But they aren't that stupid either.
Wait and see.
Now this will be worth watching.